Uganda is blessed with rich, fertile soils and a climate that supports the growth of a wide range of crops, vegetables included.
We chose vegetables because of a limited production period for us to be able to have our little savings returned.
Week after week on Seeds of Gold, we've met farmers growing everything from tomatoes to green peppers, cabbages to carrots, proof that when good soil meets the right seed, success follows.
Now we are in, the more advanced part of the garden with ripening tomatoes.
The box here, it's ordinarily they called a ply. It's now at 650,000.
Are you serious?
Yes. Can you imagine that in this a third acre, is this 1.5, rather 1/3 acre? Because you need the 3 portions of this land to make an acre.
Yeah.
But we have just a third. Yeah. The first harvest, I'm going to invite you back. We are going to harvest the first harvest only.
Yeah.
We are going to harvest a minimum of 30 boxes. That do you know how much I'm going to earn? So we want to tell farmers that this project can give you money, can make for you money in time of when you establish it in a dry season.
Upon doing voluntary retirement, I try to look at something that I could engage in that could give me some kind of quick money, a little bit consistently as I try to establish myself. So I had already made some research and found out that actually chili can be a very good income earner.
Whether it's in a very fertile place or not, chili will tend to perform well.
Once you grow it, it takes 3 months and it starts harvesting. When you start harvesting, you do it every after 2 weeks throughout. It can take 6 months to 1 year depending on how much, how well you look after the garden.
Cabbage, a vegetable you can eat in a number of ways. You can have it boiled, steamed, baked, fried. You can even have it raw. To some, it's medicinal. Basically, it's a very healthy vegetable. Cabbages thrive with ample rainfall and take a very short period of time to grow, say 3 to 4 months. They cost approximately 1,000 to 2,000 shillings each at farm gate price and 3,000 to 6,000 shillings at market price. A very lucrative business venture for both domestic and export markets. Produces high yields, can adapt to a wide range of climate change, and the best part, less chemical inputs compared to other crops.
Because our cabbages here, you may find that one cabbage is making 8 kilograms to 7. It is very rare to find that cabbages are at a low price. That's why sometimes we yearn for those bigger markets.
Vegetables, at most 3 months, 4 months, you're able to have something.
Welcome to this special edition of NTV Seeds of Gold. Today we are coming to you from Bukoola Chemical Industries, where the crop protection giant is launching a cold room for vegetable seed storage. One would say that this is a groundbreaking innovation in supporting farmers with viable high quality seeds by ensuring optimal storage conditions all year round. We'll take you through the launch event, hear what this means for the agriculture sector and meet some of the farmers benefiting from today's seed distribution. Let's get started.
Today is not just a day about the infrastructure. Colleagues, as by the end of the day, you will realize that this is about our vision, this is about innovation, and this is about our farmers who are very well represented here today. What we are talking about here is not about Bukoola Chemical Industries Limited, it's about farmers. Like we always say, we do everything for bountiful harvests and for the sake of our farmers. So we are talking about cold room, and some of us who may not have observed a bit of unique decor on this side, this is the facility we are talking about. Colleagues, this facility is testimony and confirmation to our pledge to bring the best inputs to the market. There is no way we can have the best inputs to the market unless we have ensured that the integrity of that input from when it is manufactured until when it reaches the farmer who is going to use it.
At the launch event, Solomon Seruo, the Marketing and Business Development Manager at Bukoola Chemical Industries, took on the role of Master of Ceremonies. He reassured the audience that the seeds farmers would eventually receive were of the highest quality, undisturbed, well packaged, and compliant with ENZA Zaden standards from the moment they leave the ENZA facility to their arrival at Bukoola. Seruo emphasized that once the seeds are in Bukoola's hands, they are kept in optimal condition until distribution. And when they finally exit the cold room, they go directly into the care of the company's trained sales team, people who understand the responsibility of ensuring quality right up to the point of sale. He advised farmers and stakeholders to only purchase Bukoola seeds from the company's official dealers and agents. These would be listed and shared publicly. Buying from unauthorized sources, he warned, could lead to problems that Bukoola could not be held accountable for. As the launch proceeded, Seruo invited guests, including the managing director for Bukoola, the ENZA Zaden team, the Bukoola department heads, to walk with him toward the newly built cold room.
So as we get close to the ribbon, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to count from 100. It won't take too long, but we'll start with 100, 50, 5, 3, 2, 1.
There was a light-hearted moment as he mentioned the obvious, that yes, it really was cold inside and not just by name. When the ribbon was cut and the doors opened, Seruo described the facility as groundbreaking and highly specialized. The internal temperature, he explained, was set at 2.2 degrees, later to be adjusted to a stable 15 degrees, ensuring seeds would remain in peak condition before distribution. He added a word of caution for those sensitive to cold and reminded guests that while the room might look like an ordinary storage space at first glance, it was in fact a highly controlled environment tailored for vegetable seed preservation. In his closing remarks, Seruo reaffirmed Bukoola's commitment to quality and innovation, saying the company would go above and beyond, even challenging itself daily to provide farmers with both reliable products and empowering information. As the crowd gathered around the entrance, they witnessed a deliberate investment in quality assurance. Bukoola's new cold room wasn't designed to impress, it was built to perform. Inside, the room maintained precise temperatures to protect the integrity of vegetable seed, something Seruo noted was crucial for maintaining viability and germination potential, especially in a country like Uganda, where storage conditions can make or break a growing season. He described how the facility was developed in partnership with ENZA Zaden, who had already supplied it with seed stock, still sealed, still untouched, to ensure full traceability and trust from the source to shelf. Seruo stressed that the decision to build the cold room stemmed from a simple but critical goal, which is to bridge the gap between science and the firm. It was no longer enough to produce seed, it had to be handled right, stored right, and delivered right. And for that to happen, he said, Bukoola had to go beyond traditional storage. Temperature control wasn't just a nice-to-have feature. It was a necessity, maintaining quality from factory to the farmer. Welcome back to this special edition of NTV Seeds of Gold. We're coming to you from Bukoola Chemical Industries, where a new cold room facility has officially been launched. Today's event represents a bold shift in how seed storage, distribution, and farmer support are being handled in Uganda. As Bukoola's Marketing and Business Development Manager Solomon noted earlier, this initiative speaks directly to the company's vision of strengthening farming outcomes through innovation and reliability.
We will go to lengths, we will even challenge ourselves just to bring you the best of the best in information so you can take your farming to greater heights. Right now we are in a room that is negative, Nathan, yeah? We have Nathan with us. He's the sales manager for East Africa for Enza Zaden. And it's really nice to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Are you freezing as much as I am?
Yes, it's this is the right and the perfect temperatures to have
for
to
this.
Ensure that you have good seed.
Which brings me to the first question: why do we have it this low? What's the relevance of this room at this temperature?
What we need to know is seed is a living organism, and a living organism means it will continue growing. So we need to keep it at a lower temperature to ensure that we maintain the viability of the seed.
Yeah.
And of course ultimately improve the quality. So that's why we have to keep it at this, so that we can lengthen its longevity. It can stay for longer without going bad. Because once you give it a conducive environment, the warm, then it's able now to easily go bad. So the best way to be able to ensure that you keep it for longer, then you have to keep it at temperatures at about 15 degrees centigrade. Not as low as negative, but 15 degrees, so that you can keep it alive and longer.
Yeah, I see. Now, say you're delivering it. How do you deliver? Do we have to get a cool car to transport it from here to the farmers? And say they get there, how long before they're still, functioning?
Seeds can be stored in normal temperatures, normal temperatures for quite longer. It's only that you want to keep it here so that you don't have the daily changing temperatures. You have higher temperatures, you have lower temperatures. So you want to keep it at a relatively 15 degrees for quite some time, so that you can keep the seed for longer. But now when you're moving it out, it has no issue concerning the temperatures that will affect outside there. This is just for storage purposes. But once it gets to the shop, as long as it is still in its good condition in the pack, without direct exposure to the sunlight, you can still use it, or you can still store it in the normal temperatures for longer.
I see. So this is just a stepping stone.
Yes,
we are just getting started.
Yes.
What are our future aspirations?
This is just but a start. Our thinking, or the brain behind our partnership with Bukoola, is to ensure that we get to the growers with the right quality seed. And for us to be able to get them with the right quality seed, we need these conditions for us to be able to bring the seeds from the Netherlands, keep them here, and still be able to use it after 2 years. So that's the reason behind ensuring that we have this investment, to ensure that once the seed gets here, we have the surety that the grower will still be able to get seed at its good quality.
I see. So Enza Zaden has found a home in Uganda when it comes to changing the lives of farmers and Ugandans in general. Should we expect more technologies that will aid our agriculture sector?
Very true. We've just started. We are starting with a few varieties which we have already tested in the market and are working. So we want to ensure that the growers are able to get this good quality. As you can see from the packs which we have here, most of it are onions. But we, as we did mention, we are breeding for more than 35 crops, meaning that we have capability to be able to custom made, bring in varieties that can suit in this market for all that 35 different crops. So what we only want to do is we want to ensure that all the varieties, all the products which are grown in Uganda, which Enza is breeding, we are able to avail it to the growers.
Oh, thank you so much, Nathan. My feet are numb, my fingers are numb. I can't be in here anymore. I still adore you, but I gotta step out. Stick around, don't go away. We have a lot more in store for you. Don't touch that remote.
Thank you.
The cold room has been carefully designed to maintain seed quality at every stage of the journey. With the right conditions in place, seeds are preserved with greater precision, ensuring that what reaches the farmer performs consistently and delivers the kind of results that build confidence across seasons.
Ladies and gentlemen, today marks a major milestone in Bukoola's journey and our unwavering commitment to transforming agriculture in Uganda and in the region.
Later in the ceremony, Bukoola's Managing Director Dr. Peter Chavagu described the facility as a milestone in the company's long-term mission to modernize agriculture in Uganda. He explained that vegetable seeds especially require carefully controlled environments to remain effective, and that this investment directly improves the reliability of what Bukoola sends out into the market. Dr. Chavagu also highlighted a new development, the beginning of a major partnership with Enzazaden, a global leader in vegetable seed breeding. This collaboration brings with it a blend of world-class genetics, agronomic expertise, and varieties that are carefully selected to suit both the Ugandan climate and market needs. Representing Enzazaden, Mr. Matome shared more about the company's global legacy, which spans nearly 9 decades. Though rooted in the Netherlands, Enza now operates across 6 continents, supporting farmers in over 100 countries. Uganda joins that list through this partnership, and farmers here can now expect improved access to high-performing vegetable seeds alongside local technical support and training. Mr. Matome explained that their vision goes far beyond commercial seed distribution. It's about equipping farmers with the tools, knowledge, and confidence that they need to succeed in an increasingly competitive and climate-sensitive world. Looking ahead, he called on stakeholders to begin seeing agriculture in a new light, not as a last resort, but as a smart, forward-thinking business, one that is grounded in science, responsive to global trends, and essential to national development. He assured farmers that Enzazaden is committed to being visible and accessible on the ground, not just as a supplier, but as a partner. The team has spent years building the framework for this collaboration, and with Bukoola now on board, he said the foundation is solid. He offered reassurance that the seeds entering the market, whether through Bukoola or Enza, will be reliable, fresh, and focused entirely on helping farmers get better yields season after season.
Welcome back. We're glad that you're still watching. Do not forget to scan that QR code on your TV to join the conversation. You can tell us what you need to know. We happen to be with, the cream de la cream of Bukoola Chemical Industries. We are with the managing director. This doesn't happen often, so you'll pardon our excitement.
We got the chance to chat with the managing director for Bukoola, Dr. Peter Chavagu, whose sentiment was rather impressive. To him, this partnership is bound to bring more technologies that will immensely aid farmers across the country, and that Bukoola is looking at securing the future of generations to come.
So I wanted to ask, what does this mean for Bukoola Chemical Industries?
Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to talk to you and everyone over there, our dear viewers. This to Bukoola Chemical Industries means a lot in terms of the journey which we have had, also the history over being a business of over 52 years now.
Yes.
And, you know, being known for only doing crop protection products,
yes,
and now venturing into a new vertical, it's something which is big and major to us in terms of diversification.
Yeah.
And seeing that we follow the farmer's journey from where production starts from the seed itself.
Yes.
So it's something where we feel it was a missing piece where we needed to follow this farmer from inception, and then we
the
take
bountiful harvest.
Exactly, the bountiful harvest.
One might wonder, beyond the cold room, what does this really mean for Bukoola Chemical Industries and for Uganda's agriculture future? Well, it speaks volumes about the company's long-term vision to be more than a supplier, to be a trusted partner in modern farming. By securing access to superior seed genetics from world leaders like Nzazaden, Bukoola is positioning itself at the forefront of a seed revolution in Uganda. But it's about more than just business.
You partnering with Nzazaden from South Africa. That begs the question, is this something bound to benefit the two countries, or is Bukoola Chemical Industries a multinational company itself, looking at making it bigger for the continent?
Nzazaden is Netherlands.
It's Netherlands?
Yes,
okay.
Actually. So that shows you how now globalized we're going. So yeah, its history runs from Netherlands, and then their headquarters in Africa, in South Africa.
Okay.
So now they're trying to localize kind of their technology, whereby they come to us now in Uganda. Yes. How best can we bring these technologies and make them local to Ugandans? So that's how we see us as Ugandans benefiting from such, a multinational company.
Yeah.
And at the same time also seeing how best we can partner with them to go in countries where they are. And then of course, we're already in Tanzania, so we are having talks on how best we can now work with Nzazaden to take the seed,
penetrate
yes,
all the other countries.
Exactly, yeah.
That is a clear vision, isn't it? That's a big mission for you, which we believe you can achieve. I mean, your Bukoola Chemical Industries, one of Uganda's best. We have farmers of all kinds. We have the farmers that are doing really, really well. We have the farmers that are just getting started. We have the farmers that are right in the middle. Is this a technology that all the farmers of all walks of life will be able to afford? Because it's imperative that,
That's a very good question, because, when people look at seed, they feel it's especially the hybrid seed, they tend to think it's for the people who are well to do within agriculture. But this seed which we are bringing into the market is something which even a peasant farmer can get a high yield, because now we are trying to improve the output which this farmer would get, also to command good markets. When you want to do export, this is something where you feel like when someone is doing the traceability of where you're bound to that bountiful harvest which you've got. Which seed did you use?
Yeah.
So we are giving an opportunity to omuntu wawansi, as we say,
of course,
to get
right, and they can hit the export markets.
Exactly.
That's a good one. Yes. Take competition up, take Uganda to the next level.
We have to.
We can't help ourselves,
exactly.
Can we?
We have to. We have to.
We could sit here all day and brag about what Bukoola Chemical Industries means to the farmers today and what this technology could mean. But it's imperative that we get word from the farmers themselves, hear from them. And maybe that will give credibility to what just happened here today as we celebrate this new milestone. Sebo Jebaniko, weba nnyo kubeera ku programu yaffe eya NTV Seeds of Gold. Sebo. Kakati ono teknologiya Bukoola gwaleese ategeeza ki eri mmwe abalimi?
Teknologiya ono agenda tuyambako okwongera otusitula omutindo gwaffe okweyongera okukulaakulana.
Tutya enasitula omutindo batya?
Mu byenfuna.
Yes. Seeds ze mugenda okufuna omutindo gwa waggulu.
Yes.
When mulima those seeds, kyemugenda okujjamu.
Tujja kuba bwe batuleetedde ensigo ennungi tetunnagigezesa gisimba naye tusuubira ensigo yaabwe ennungi okusinziira ne ku ddagala lye batukolera gye tukozesa.
Kubanga olwedde mubeesiga ku ddagala.
Tubeesiga kyova olaba nti tuwangadde nabo.
Kati ku nsigo muyeewo emibiri mugamba tutezeeko.
Ate era eky'omukisa omulungi ensigo yaabwe pulayisi yaayo teri waggulu nnyo bagituleetedde ku pulayisi eri wansi.
Kitegeeza n'omulimi omuntu wa wansi.
Owa wansi atandika agenda giganyirwamu.
Bulungi.
Tutegansiza nnyo kale madamu se.
Well, that's word from the farmers themselves because, hey, how else will you find them credible? Stick around and learn so much more.
And with high quality seeds stored under the right conditions, farmers can look forward to better germination rates, healthier crops, and ultimately high yields. That means improved incomes, stronger food security, and more resilient livelihoods, especially in the face of climate change. It's a commitment to empowering the backbone of our nation, the farmer, with the tools they need to thrive in a rapidly evolving agriculture scene.
We are privileged to have the regional sales director, yes? Do I have that right?
Yeah, you've got that right.
Of Enzazaden, a Netherlands company that has partnered with Bukoola Chemical Industries on this groundbreaking technology. Mr. Matome
Ramahova, yes.
I know, right?
Yeah,
I have been practicing.
Thank you very much. You've got it spot on.
Thank you. So you have brought groundbreaking technology to our farmers in Uganda. Agriculture is the backbone of this country, and we like to call ourselves the Pearl of Africa, proudly. So we are looking at the development of this product. Ugandans have trust issues. You've brought something new on the block, so to speak. Let's talk about the development process of this. Why should Ugandans trust this?
I think that's a very important question, especially in light of just everything that's happening all over the world. And I think at the heart of it goes to our history as an organization. We are almost, we're heading to 90 years, and we are a family-owned company. So our current CEO is the third generation. So we're a family-owned company, and as you know, families don't leave. You are. So we have been and will continue to be. And the important part about a family is that you always take the long-term view. And it's always with the long term. And for us as Enza, we are always long-term minded. And like our CEO likes to say, we don't think in quarterly figures, we think in generations. Now, for us to be able to do that, even with this partnership, there is no short-term wins. It means we have to do the hard work and build for the long term. And we see this also as a long-term partnership. And I think with that, we should be able to continuously build trust. Unfortunately, Enzazaden as a brand is not necessarily new to Uganda. We have had our varieties in the market, but we have decided to recalibrate and re-strengthen our approach, and also to create greater access to the Ugandan farmers.
Speaking of accelerating access to the Ugandan farmers, how are you going to do this with Bukoola Chemical Industries? How, as a partnership, how are you going to reach as many farmers as possible? Because at the end of the day, we do want high yield. That's what we're going for. And how are you going to do this? How are you going to reach as many farmers as possible?
So the important thing is we've got a partner like Bukoola, which already has an extensive distribution network and reach. And we see that as the opportunity to be able to create access. And I think access without the seed changing too many hands. Because of the broad partnership, we are able to ensure that, so that most farmers can have access to our seeds. And then long-term wise, we're also looking at how do we build product development so that we can continuously improve. Like you note, climate, there's climate change, there's new diseases that are coming, the consumer demands are also changing, production techniques are changing. So with that, we are looking to do product development. So do a lot more trials and look at early generation material, which is not ready for commercialization, but so that we can start understanding some of our breeding activities and some of our new genetics, how that will then be able to fit into the market. That way we are continuously able to improve on our current offering for the future.
I see. Nzazarden has a lot of foresight, don't they?
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Get the company with the biggest footprint in the country. Win-win situation.
Yes, I think so, and I think it's a win. But another thing for us as ENZA, we like to say we are not a multinational, but we are multi-local, right? And I think it's important that we don't know it all. What we know, we are a seed breeding company, so we know breeding, and we know how to produce our seed and how to be able to supply.
Yes.
And it's important to partner with a local partner who understands the local farmers.
Yes.
And I think if that partnership is done right, then we are best. Then it becomes a win-win. And essentially, we are not here to impose ourselves that we are a global company and we know better. We believe our partner who's on the ground in country is best able to represent the customer and the grower needs, and we are able to bring in our expertise. And I think that's the only way that long-term relationships can be able to work.
Of course. And we do appreciate this as Ugandans, because we do need this.
And now, with this new cold storage innovation by Bukoola Chemical Industries, that success is bound to grow even further. After the unveiling of the facility, 4 selected farmers became the very first recipients of the seeds stored in this state-of-the-art cold room. For them, this was an honor to be part of a new era in farming, one where quality and care go hand in hand, from seed selection to secure storage and finally to the farmer's hands. Bukoola is building a system farmers can trust.